What is going on, traders? So it's October 1st, 2023, and a little weekly outlook video. Let's see what we got going on this week. The big thing happening, well, it's NFP week for one. Of course, that's Friday, so we got a lot of time in between then and now. Fed Chair Powell, Monday, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. So this is going to be a big deal because hour before that, that's always a big deal. Whenever you have inflation data, and especially when you have something coming out of the Fed, it's not an interest rate announcement or anything like that, but it could be a pretty big market mover, right? So let's keep that in mind. Later on that evening, we have the RBA rate statement. So we do have rates coming out of Australia, and then the next day out of New Zealand, right? So this is pretty big back-to-back double header. And then going into Wednesday, we have our flow. That's typically the first week of the month. This is usually how it always goes down. We have ADP, non-farm employment, ISM, followed that the next hour, little hour and a half after that. Unemployment claims on Thursday. And then on Friday, we have NFP, right? And also Canada's always the sleeper, NFP Friday. Just remember that everybody's focused on NFP, non-farm payrolls, but you have employment change and unemployment rate out of Canada. So it's a bit of a double header, especially if you're looking at US dollar CAD. So let's take a look here at some of what I'm looking at. Now, if you're not familiar with my style of trading, I'm looking for swing setups typically, or 4-hour setups using momentum, identifying existing trends, and then finding pullbacks within the trend and finding entries typically on some sort of supply zone on the short side. So that's how I like to approach the market. And I do think, we have some really good setups here for EuroCAD. We've been in a huge downtrend for, since September. Start of the month. So over about a month, we've been in a big downtrend here. We're finally getting a pretty big pullback within this trend to some key levels. And this is going to be early in the week, right? So this is what I'm looking at to start us out on the week. So I think this is going to be something to keep in mind here. EuroCAD and a lot of these cross pairs. Pound CAD has been super, super, super bearish. We've been in a downtrend for a long time. My internet's slow right now. But we've been in a downtrend for a long time for Pound CAD. Same thing with Pound to Aussie. And we're finally starting to get some big pullbacks here, right? So for me, these cross pairs are what I'm going to be looking for. And you can see I already have my supply zones marked in for our entries. I'm using a 200 simple moving average, an exponential envelope here, kind of smooth out the moving averages, and looking for pullbacks on my momentum indicators that I created. So that's Pound CAD. Now, interesting, at the end of the week, we had some pretty good moves here out of Pound Yen. Everybody loves GJ. Who doesn't love GJ, right? So I got a nice entry here around 182.85. And also on Swiss yen, this is, to show you that big downtrend we just went over. This looks like the start of that, right? So we've identified our trend. We have our pullback to the supply zone. And this is my entry. And this is right on Friday. I was really, really banking on a lot more follow through, which didn't quite materialize. But, so hopefully we do get some continuation really when markets open here in a couple hours. So GJ and Swiss yen also was a really good entry for myself. So looking for these to continue. And now one that hasn't quite happened, we've been going sideways, but via the process of elimination, if Pound yen's going to break down, Swiss yen's going to break down, more than likely we're going to see that same type of scenario play out on Euro yen, but it hasn't quite played out yet. So this is going to be something that I'm looking for early in the week. So we have some really good setups now because we have the Fed. Monday probably won't see much action. And Sunday, I wouldn't recommend going too hard on Sunday night, Monday night. I know everybody has FOMO and wants to get into the market ASAP, but it's better to see how things kind of pan out and to really take your time in getting there, because the dollar's been super strong, super strong. I mean, you can look at gold here, and it just fell through the floor, right? It has been. So keep that in mind, especially going into this next week on maybe some pullbacks on this dollar strength, and we'll see how that plays out. Let's have a great week, everybody. Let's crush it. Top One Trader, we have some really cool things that are in the work, and we've secured our launch date. I'm not going to say it yet, but within the next couple weeks, we have a giveaway as well. And our giveaway, we're giving away $1 million in challenges, so $110,000 challenges. So everybody, you have a decent chance to win, and we're just now coming up, right? So we're just now coming up. It's not like there's a million people that are entering in this contest. So you have a really legitimate chance on winning this, right? So if you see this video, click the link below if it's around, if it's posted yet, to get entered into the sweepstakes. And if it's not, then we'll be sure, and we'll have a lot more info. So stay tuned to our Instagram, so you'll be able to enter in and win the sweepstakes as well. So the contest, I should say, sweepstakes, that makes you can see how old I am. Back in the day, you used to have sweepstakes where you would get a letter in the mail and fill it out and then mail it back. That was a legit sweepstakes. So I don't think those exist anymore unless you're watching like the Home Shopping Network or something like that. So we'll just say a contest for our launch. So it's going to be sick. Top One, we are going to change, and we are changing the game for prop firms and bringing a ton of value to you at the same time. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Let's crush it this week. Peace.